Well, it's festive season here in the UK, so here's my early Christmas gift to you. And I'm referencing one of my favourite Christmas films here. You can probably guess what it is if you, like me, love a Christmas film. Anyway, here's my exam tips for what I think is going to come up in the AAA exam in December. So the first is, in section B, I think there will be a cash flow forecast. We haven't had one for a while. The examiner really likes them, right? Because you can write a whole range of different issues into a forecasting question, and you can combine it with an acceptance question. Should we take on this client, this piece of work, with some ethical issues? Part B, can you critically evaluate the assumptions in this forecast? Or can you suggest examination procedures for this forecast? Okay, a AAA classic question that is. And the reason the examiner really likes it is that it tests your understanding. It's not an area for rote learning at all. It's an area where you have to take the narrative information, compare it to what's in the forecast that you're given, and, well, say where the two things don't quite add up. A chance to demonstrate professional skepticism. So be ready for cash flow forecasts. Then, there's always a reporting question. So I'm not really telling you anything dramatic here by saying reporting is coming up. There's always one in section B. But we haven't had a question for a while on reporting to those charged with governance. The normal reporting questions are, what's the impact on the audit opinion or the audit report? Or can you critically evaluate this audit report? But the third type of question, which is slightly more unusual and we've not seen for a while, which is why I think it's coming up this time, is can you report to those charged with governance? Based on what's in the scenario, what should we be telling those who are overseeing the running of the company? What should we tell them? And why should we be telling them each thing? And the key to success in that sort of question is the why. Okay, so explaining why it is that a change in accounting treatment does need to be disclosed to those charged with governance, for example. And the reason they need to know is they might not be aware of it. It helps them to better understand the financial numbers that are being reported, and they might not have financial experience. Yes, they're going to be senior individuals who are experienced at running companies, but they might not have a finance background. So that's why you'd have to report things like a change in accounting policy to them. Next up, I mean, this isn't really me selling you anything dramatic, right? If you've practiced any past exam papers, you'll see that quality management pretty much comes up every time. Okay, so this is my home banker. This is almost certainly going to come up on every variant of the AAA exam in December. And in a quality management question, well, you'll be told how the audit was performed. Okay, this will be in section B of the exam, and you'll be told about what went on during the audit. And my advice for you here is assume that everything was done badly, because it normally is in one of these questions. And your job is to explain, well, pick out what was done badly from the scenario and explain why those factors led to a lowering of audit quality. And finally, the examining team absolutely love financial reporting. Don't ask me why. Surely they're audit examiners. Surely if they loved financial reporting, they should be writing the SBR exam. But, well, ACCA is a joined up qualification, and you can't be a top auditor unless you understand financial reporting. I guess that's the logic and the argument for it. But we are increasingly, in recent exam sittings, seeing that the accounting stuff that comes up, some of it will be straightforward. Right, some of it will be that they're recognising revenue too early, and therefore before the performance obligations have been met in the contract, and so deferred income is understated and revenue is overstated. Some of them will be relatively straightforward like that. But there will be some financial reporting in question 1 in the case study, and probably later in the exam as well, that will be on something that you're like, oh, I can't really remember that. That's quite technical. Pensions accounting, leases, it could be other things as well. Those are 2 things that have come up recently, but there's absolutely any of the SBR accounting standards that can be tested in AAA. So my advice for you, if something does come up and you think, no idea about that, or I can't remember much about that accounting standard, is have a little go and then move on, right? Don't let it really put you off. Okay, the problem is something technical and hard comes up and you overly focus on it and you spend lots of time there, it can really derail you because you waste time that you could have used to pick up easier marks elsewhere. So if there is something technical and hard, just go, oh, well, everyone's going to find it hard. I'll have a little go. I'll do a couple of bits on it and then I will move on to areas where I can score more marks. So best of luck for your exam. Once you finish, treat yourself to watching Love Actually, because that was the film I was referencing in this video. And yeah, good luck for the exam and well, have a great festive period, a great Christmas after you finish the exam.